Easy guys, it's me Bups Saggu and welcome to my feature of Blackmagic and the making. We're on Britasia TV today. The track is out now, so today I'll be running through a couple of questions that I have come in and the making of Blackmagic and the elements that made this track what it is. Well, that's a long story. I've been involved in the music business for a long time. In a nutshell, I was a dancer at the age of 11. And that's when I began to love music. I used to play at my local temple, I used to play the tabla, and from there I started playing the dole, and then from the dole I joined a couple of local DJs playing with them live, and then I was headhunted by the Safri Boys. If you guys remember them, they were a big band back in the day, and that's when the musical journey really began, because I got to experiment and play along with other musicians, so I got to learn the keyboards. And got to learn the other sets of percussion. So it was great for me to absorb in a lot of music from experienced people. And then I moved to London after my degree in accounting, and I studied music at IMW, which is a renowned school for music production. And then I came back and my musical journey began. It was hard. I knew when I was to break out into the scene, I needed something. I needed a heavyweight product. That's what I needed. So I constructed an album which had many top singers. You're talking Lembur Senpuri, Miss Pooja, Master Rikesh, Shin from DCS, and Nashattar Gill. It was a heavyweight album, and I knew that I had to make a mark and I had to make some noise. So when I went solo, before that actually I was in a collective, which I will talk about shortly, but Redefined was the name of the album, and it was an epic part and a memorable part of my career, because that was the point that I was going to redefine myself and make a mark in the industry. So coming out with a heavyweight album which did spectacularly well, and it topped the charts and everything, and people noticed and people took me seriously. So hold on a second, this guy is here to stay. He's come out with a product that's out of this world. So and that's how I broke through. I broke through with a bang. Okay, with Blackmagic, it started from the beat. I'm a beat maker. I love making beats in my spare time. Obviously I make Bhangra music, but at the same time I make urban music. And the beat was actually made 3 years ago, and everybody I played the beat to just vibing to it. They loved it. I went on holiday and the beat just stuck in my head. I enjoyed listening to the beat. It's 3 years on, I still enjoy listening to it. And naturally I just ended up writing a song. And there was the inspiration for the song just came from just the beat, really. There was no real content that I'm going to write a song about Blackmagic. It just happened to flow, and that's a good process to have, where you're natural and it's flowing, and that's where that's when the best products are made, is when it's natural. So I was inspired by my own beat.
पहली वाली जदों तेनू सी मैं तकिया हाय दिलो नी तू साडा दिल मोलिया हुस्न कमाल लगदी है स्टार मोरनी जैसी चाल.
I love pop music. I listen to a lot of pop music. I listen to a lot of Punjabi and Bollywood music as well. In terms of beat making, I'm a massive fan of Dr. Dre and Timbaland, and I've said this in numerous interviews that them two producers in my life are just inspirational, because they're so intelligent how they construct music, how they construct beats, and how their melodies and vocal elements fit into their products. And it's brilliant to listen to them, because they're forever changing the wheel and reinventing the wheel. So, and they're very fashionable, so they're great inspirations in my life in terms of music. In terms of Bollywood, you've got A.R. Rahman, and you've got some amazing producers where they're so talented how they manage to fit in some great elements and take music to a new dimension. This is what I'm inspired by. I try to make my music as rich as possible, but I take a lot of inspiration from you know, from these amazing producers. And obviously, I mean, at the same time, I'm surrounded by musical people, and it's good because I'm forever learning from my dear friends, and you know, and just generally music around me. I like listening to stuff that's good. It doesn't have to be Punjabi, it doesn't have to be English, it doesn't have to be Urdu, it can be anything as long as it sounds good. So I'm inspired by something that just hits that spark. I use a range of software, but my main production platform is a software called Logic. I've been using Logic for years. I was trained on Logic, and I'm kind of like setting my way now. So Logic does pretty much everything I want it to do. Along with Logic, you get a lot of software plugins. So this is kind of technical now for everybody who likes producing, but I'm really big into my software synths, and you know, a lot of my software plugins, because I find it fun, you know, just to experiment and make something different. You may hear a lot of elements in my songs where, like, you know, this song sounds unusual because it's probably a new plugin that I've decided to mess around with. Logic. My signature trademark, everybody's used to just hearing the drop. Bups Saggu caters songs for the dance floor, caters songs with a big element, a big drop, and something catchy about it. For example, if I give you an example, Punjabi and the Dolya Chijan had that melody running at the back. That was a catchy element. Blackmagic, he got that thing going on. So there's always a particular element to my song that I want people to whistle or sing along to, or to hum to. So there's always an aspect on my track that I try to make catchy enough so people will memorize it. As well as that, I like making songs that drop. Okay, the response for Blackmagic was out of this world. I never expected so much love and support and just general enjoyment for this song. For my fans and people that follow me on social media, on Instagram, on Snapchat, Facebook, Twitter, it's been non-stop for about a week now. So it's great when people are singing the songs back to you, sending you snaps and images of them watching it on TV, watching on the internet. Oh, we love this, etc., etc., captions and stuff. And that's what you want to hear. You want to see real interaction and real enjoyment for the song. We're in a period of music where a lot of it's I shouldn't say it, but fake, you know, bump and stuff like that. But when you actually get real people really enjoying the song, playing the song, singing it back to you, it's something else. And that's what actually matters, the longevity of a song and something that naturally clicks. Not the fake love, because I'm not into that. Just genuine great love, and that's what I've been getting for the song. So thank you to everybody that's been enjoying it, and you know, what can I say? Keep enjoying my stuff. Okay guys, so enough of me chatting, because I can do that all day long and I enjoy chatting. You can catch me on my social media doing that all day long. But today I'm going to run you through some of the elements of the track. I'm not going to bore you, but let's just solo a couple of things so you can hear what made my song. So the first things first is my kick, and my kit drum, should I say. So my kit is a very, very important part of every song that I actually make, because that's the thing that's going to be driving the song. So if you listen to my kick and my snare and my drum kit in general, it sounds a bit like this. As you can hear, there's not much in it because you don't need that. One key thing I will say to a lot of people, if you are music producers, if you are looking to get into it, less is more. And now I've learnt this from, you know, over the years, where when I first started producing, I used to put a lot of stuff in, making a turka, because it's always good to have loads and loads, but it's not. Less is more, because it sounds a lot bigger. So that was my kick, and that was my snare and my click, and this is the bass line I used, which was a sub kick that I put over the kick. Can you hear that? So that drives that kick more. So when the chorus drops, that's just there to assist that drive. Okay, another key element to my song was a sample that I found. I'm big in using vocal samples and funky stuff like that, and like manipulating it. So this is a sample, and it says ah yeah 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 yeah. So I don't know where it's from. I've got a library over the years, and I was just going through it one day. It took me about half a day, and I found something that fitted perfectly in the song, and you hear that element throughout the whole song. Also, that something that drops in on the chorus are plucks, synth plucks, which you can hear if I solo them. So you hear that on top of the strings, and you hear that on top of the kick drum, and that is that's a melody run that I'm singing along to. So that is another good element and another big element. Strings were a key element in this song as well. I mean, I keep saying the word element because they all are, but the strings is the rich part of the song. You know, that adds that essence of music that you need. I mean, you can't just have a Khalid's track, right? So my construction of the strings sounded a little like this. It's 2 chords, simple progression, and a sustain at this point. And that's pretty much it. And then the rest were a few filters, a bit of yo-yo on top, a few sweeps, some rises, some snares, a few more snares, a few more rolls. I'll just play a roll to you to show you what I'm talking about. Now here's a roll that I used just before the chorus drops with a filter on it, so just before it drops it filters out so you can hear it here. Maybe if I solo it you probably hear it better. Here we go. So there you go. That was a high pass filter, I think it's called, low pass filter, one of the two. So is it low pass? I think it's low pass. Yeah. So we filter out the top end and we bring it back in. So that's a simple procedure. Sounds great in the song. It's really simple to do. So that's pretty much it. So if you play the whole song, let's just mute the vocals for now, and you can hear the music. Oh, I forgot. I love police sirens. So you can hear a police siren in the back, and that was just another sample as well. A few bass drops, 2 chords. Simple. Drops it on the chorus. You can hear my plucks. You can hear my strings. And here's when the sample drops in. And it's assisted by my hi-hat pattern. And that's pretty much it. Blackmagic. Oh yeah, the vocals. Key element of the song. Okay. The vocals were done by me. And I did have a few people attempt the vocals, maybe about 6 people, and Galni Bunny. A lot of people that I played the song to say, why don't you just sing it yourself, you're doing a decent enough job. So the vocals sound like this. As you can hear, it has gone through treatment, but it's what was needed for the song. And that's pretty much it. Let's just hear the whole thing together, and that's Blackmagic. 1 second. Blackmagic. So there you go, guys. Blackmagic in a nutshell.
Sexy, tu bane na kar tera tight figure karvaऊंगा कतल हाय रब्बा कुछ कर साडा एवी फिकर की साडी उत्ते भूत सवार गया चढ़ baby would you be my lady you're driving me crazy what you doing to me girl me too Blackmagic कर गई सानू इश्क बमारी